The X-Pro1 was originally released in 2012 and features a 16 megapixel APS-C sensor. You can find it on eBay bid under $300. It has both an optical viewfinder and electronic viewfinder, and you can pair it with any X-mount Fujifilm lens. There's a lot of talk about this X-Trans1 sensor being more film-like and having a very unique look, and I personally have to agree. I think what it comes down to is the smaller megapixel count giving the photos a softer look, and I also did notice when editing the raw photos that there's going to be a really unique highlight roll-off to your photos. The ISO performance is nowhere near as good as it is in the Fuji lineup that is out today, but that's really not too much of a bother because as you get higher into the ISOs, you get this really nice organic grain to your photos that makes it look a lot less digital. Ultimately, you won't be sacrificing much image quality on this camera, but what you will be sacrificing is a slower focusing system. It can be very slow to focus, but at the same time, it's not as bad as you probably might think. As long as you're not looking to spam a bunch of photos in a matter of seconds, you shouldn't worry about it too much. It's a force limitation that will eventually pay off in the long run. The focus peaking is not that great. In daylight scenarios, it's pretty hard to see what's in focus, especially if it's really bright out. But I think you can manage, and at night it's no issue at all. I can clearly see the lines of what's in focus. When you first take a photo with this camera, you might be a little surprised by how low quality the photo looks, but trust me, it's just due to the low resolution of the LCD screen and not of the actual image. Once you import it into your phone or your computer, you'll see how beautiful the actual image looks. I use a manual lens on the X-Pro1 90% of the time, just because I like treating it more as a film camera than a digital one. I'll usually turn off the LCD display and just stick to the OVF and just check my focus with the back button when I need to. And another thing that I really like is because it's an older camera, I don't worry too much about scratching it or scuffing it up just because it is an older camera and it's not as expensive as most cameras are these days. So you can just bring it along with you, not have to worry about ruining the aesthetics. If you're looking to get into the Fujifilm system or just to get into photography in general, I really don't think there's a better purchase of a camera than this one. The slow focusing and the shutter lag will slow you down a good bit, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You shouldn't be buying this camera to use it in a professional photography setting. You need to be buying this camera for the experience, and this is the closest you're going to get to a rangefinder analog camera in the digital marketplace. Invest in one of these.